National broadcasters say when it's coming down this fast and you get cars buried under this much snow, did any wonder why they put us in the national spotlight? Here in Steve Fletch's neighborhood, the water is beginning to turn to ice, and he and his family are without heat tonight. If you fall through the ice like this, the best thing to try to do first is get yourself out.
Some of those ceremonies were graphic. We're right here at Transit and the 400, and this is an incredibly devastating accident out here tonight. Quite an extensive scene here on Pierce Avenue. We're standing in what used to be a 4-foot deep pond, but the severe drought has sucked up most of the water. For all you can hear is the rumbling wind. I can feel it rippling the skin on my face, and it was a little tough to get used to breathing. Residents in this quiet Wheatfield neighborhood spend hours on edge tonight, thinking an armed gunman was on the loose in their neighborhood, only to find out now, hours later, the entire gunman's story was a hoax. Law enforcement officials launched a massive search through this quiet Wheatfield neighborhood tonight. It started when a resident on Mapleton Road said he'd been shot in the shoulder by a middle-aged man who came to his door. 2 helicopters searched from the sky for hours, along with canine units and foot patrols. Neighbors were on edge most of the evening.
There were 3 sheriffs running through my backyard with their guns drawn. I came out here to see what was going on and saw my daughter at the neighbor's house. Told her to get in the house and lock the doors.
I was really scared because I didn't know what was going on.
They were up and down this street and in the woods, in the yards. And I wasn't too worried because I closed my doors before I left and I had somebody at home. So I didn't know what to think.
The man who was shot was taken by Mercy Flight to ECMC, where he's in stable condition. Investigators say as they questioned him, he eventually admitted that he'd accidentally shot himself and made the gunman's story up.
He was concerned about the shooting in that the handguns in question we don't believe are registered at this time. He also was concerned about telling his wife that he had accidentally shot himself.
Sheriff's deputies say the man would have saved law enforcement a lot of time and energy by telling the truth.
We wouldn't have this responsibility for 100 neighboring homes, and we wouldn't have had, thank God, we had a dozen state troopers here along with our people that have been tied up all evening.
Investigators tell us tonight 49-year-old George Shearman is the man who lives in this house accused of shooting himself. He faces a number of charges tonight, including filing a false report. Live in Wheatfield, Ellen Maxwell, News 4 at 11. Last month, Sergeant David Rustum made the ultimate sacrifice for his country, and tonight a large crowd honored him with a very emotional ceremony at the Buffalo airport. It's the moment no military family ever wants to endure, watching a flag-draped coffin carrying their loved one be unloaded from an airplane. The Rustum family of West Seneca was gripped by unbearable grief as Sergeant David Rustum's body arrived at the Buffalo airport. He was only 22 years old. Rustum's father saluted his son before tearfully embracing the coffin.
Today was a very sad day. Today, Sergeant David Rustum came home. This is a very, very difficult day. It's the end of a journey and the beginning of a new sequence of events that will end in his funeral and his interment.
Rustum died while trying to help other soldiers under attack in Baghdad. Ironically, in October of last year, Rustum was an honor guard at the funeral of Michael Williams, another fallen local soldier. Williams was also killed in Iraq when his vehicle ran over an explosive device. A number of National Guardsmen were at the airport tonight to honor Rustum in the same way that he honored Williams last year.
He's getting full military honors. Members of his unit were present today, including friends who were home on leave from Iraq.
Those soldiers carried his coffin from the airplane to the hearse.
That's something they feel they need to do for their brother. All the members of the military honors detail were also members of his unit, waiting for their opportunity to be deployed.
A wake for Sergeant David Rustum will be held Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 4 and from 7 to 9 at the James Cannon Funeral Home in Orchard Park. Funeral services will be held Monday morning at 10 at St. John Vianney Church on Southwestern Boulevard. And as you can see, the flag here at the Maston Armory still flies at half-staff in his honor. Live in Buffalo, Ellen Maxwell, News 4 at 11. This cold concrete surface will provide shelter for these 3 men tonight. They're spending the night under the Michigan Street overpass to raise money and awareness for the homeless.
Okay, so you're not living on the street or anything. Have you ever done that?
Oh, yeah.
Pastor Eric Johns is spending a week on the streets getting to know the area homeless to get a better grip on how to help them.
My name's Eric. Hey, what's your name? What's up? It's Joe, right? All right.
Pastor Johns has been sleeping out for the past 6 years and has inspired some members of his family to come along for the journey.
I believe in what he's doing, and I felt just the need to be a part of what he's doing also.
Another pastor from Amherst is also joining the effort this year. He says the homeless look forward to seeing Pastor Johns because they know he's fighting for them.
And there's a lot of people here that are really down on their luck and hurting, and we're here to give them hope and just to show them that we can relate to them.
The Sleep Out is designed to raise awareness and donations for the Boxes of Love campaign.
We're just asking Western New Yorkers that can help get a Christmas present or canned goods or even donate money to help Boxes of Love, that we really need it.
And if you'd like to donate to the Boxes of Love campaign, you can call the number at the bottom of your screen. It's 854-4833. And last year, the Buffalo Dream Center gave Christmas presents and canned goods to 2,600 Western New York families. This year, they're hoping to top that goal. Live in Buffalo, Ellen Maxwell for the 10 o'clock news.